Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play a Virtue's Last Reward part, I don't know, like 13, 14 maybe? I've got like 7 or 8 videos in my recording folder that are all unnamed because I've just been too lazy to name the videos as soon as I finish them. I don't exactly remember what we did in the last video. We learned a lot. I think last video was when we learned that Dio was the murdered the old lady and a few other things. I don't know. I mean, I just recorded it like yesterday. It hasn't even been 24 hours since I recorded the last video. But right now we're getting some of Kay's backstory because some of his memories come back. And apparently he was a little tiny robot back at some point.
He was the only person who worked there, which meant he was the only person I saw until I was older. That had been the situation for as long as I could remember, though, so I never thought it odd.
He's talking about his father, by the way, if you don't remember, from the last video. He wouldn't allow me to go near him while he was working, but the only times he wasn't working were the times when he was sleeping. As such, the only communication I had was with the education software he'd given me. I suppose I was a fairly expressionless child then. We developed body language to communicate with others, and with no one else to communicate with, I suppose it makes sense. Once I learned to read and write, I began to realize that my situation was not normal. Many of my books mentioned a mother as part of a family, and in several, the mother, father, and children would eat meals together and talk to one another. Soon I found myself longing for a mother of my own. Someone who would always be with me, who would scold me if I did something wrong. At night, they would read to me before bedtime. If only I had a mother like that, I thought, I would be so happy. So for the first time in my life, I asked my father for something. He had finished working and as usual was making his way towards his bedroom when I stopped him and asked him for a mother. He looked at me silently for a long moment before finally responding, "Okay." I remember to this day how happy, well, you didn't remember to this day because you just apparently started remembering things, 2 minutes ago. A few months later, he called me into his laboratory. He had made a highly advanced sexual robot. It was the first time he had ever done anything like that. My heart was beating quickly as I stepped inside. Standing next to him was a young woman, and my hopes soared. But when he said her name, or rather her ID number, they were dashed. He had given me a robot to play the part of a mother. I didn't want a mother that was just a machine who did what a human told her to do. When I told my father that, he looked surprised for the first time in my life. Then he frowned, coughed, and admonished me for being a whiner. He'd never scolded me for anything before. At first I was surprised, and then angry, hot tears streamed down my face. My father ordered the robot to take care of me and shooed us out of his lab. The robot was very convincing. She smiled and spoke as if she was a real person, but I refused to answer her and locked myself in my room. You can talk to a robot and it will respond, but in the end, you're still talking to a machine, not a person. If that was what I wanted, I still had the education software my father had given me. When I ignored the robot as it tried to take care of me, it looked sad. It couldn't really be sad, of course. It was only programmed to look that way. A robot's facade of sadness didn't mean anything to me. After that, I stopped expecting anything from my father. We'd never really spoken to begin with, so it was easy enough for me to make sure we never saw one another. I lived my life as if he didn't even exist. Perhaps it seems strange to you that I continued to live with him, but I never considered leaving. Perhaps in the hidden depths of my heart, I longed for a relationship with my father. Everything changed when I was 18. I left my room one morning to find a woman standing outside of it. She was the first human I'd ever seen apart from my father, and I was understandably surprised. For a moment, I thought my father created a new robot, but when I told her that, she laughed and explained that she had come to help him. As it turned out, she was a very mysterious person. She was much older than I, but something about the way she behaved was almost girlish. She would tell me stories about the world outside in such a way that I was never sure she was telling the truth or making up fantastic lies. Ultimately, though, the truth didn't matter. I loved her stories. She wasn't helping my father directly with his research, so I spent most of my days with her. Before long, I discovered she'd known my father when he was young. She told me stories of how he'd fallen in love as a younger man, and I began to imagine that the person he'd fallen in love with had been her, and that she was in fact secretly my mother. After she settled in with us, our long-established routine began to change drastically. First, we started to eat together. Before then, I'd never shared a meal with anyone in 18 years. She scolded me for my table manners, or more accurately, the lack thereof. If I was going to eat with others, she said, I would need to be more polite. I haven't eaten alone for my entire life. Manners had never really been something I'd even thought about. My father got in trouble too when he made the mistake of reading through research papers during dinner. There's the other seat. I was like, there's only 2 seats here. My father got, the look of surprise and embarrassment on his face made me burst into laughter. I couldn't remember the last time I'd shared a laugh with my father. It might have been the first time. The room we considered our living room changed too. Before it had just been another room, but she made it comfortable. After we finished our dinner, I would sit on the sofa and relax with her and my father. Those times were the ones I cherished the most. For a little while, every day I got the family I'd longed for ever since I was a child. At her suggestion, I started to help in my father's research. He specialized in genetic engineering, and I discovered I had an interest in it as well. Time faded away and I lost myself in research. Now that we were working and studying together, my father and I had a great deal to talk about. For the first time in my life, we began to speak with one another, like a father and son. Whenever I impressed him with something I'd learned, I felt a surge of happiness, and it drove me to study even harder. My days felt full, right, and meaningful, but most importantly, I was happy. 4 years passed in the blink of an eye, until one day I happened to overhear my father and the woman speaking in the laboratory. Their tone was serious, so I listened closer, curious to know what they were talking about. That was when I heard her say that she planned to give her life to achieve their goals. It was clear that she wasn't being metaphorical. She would have to die. I was in shock. The research I had thrown myself into would lead to her death? I asked my father to stop his research immediately. He refused to listen. She agreed with him. She told me that she had been prepared for what she had to do since the day she came to our facility. My father had known about it from the beginning as well. Angry and disappointed, I began to investigate what exactly the research I'd been helping with was working toward. Perhaps, I thought, I could figure out a way to keep her alive. I discovered much more than I bargained for. To begin with, I learned that the ultimate success of my father's research would require a good deal of sacrifice. And I also learned that my own existence was just another part of his project. I had been created to function as my father's spare. If he died during his research, I was intended to continue it in his place. I was stunned. I was furious with my father, and with her, and even with the research I'd poured myself into for 4 years. There was only one thing to do: destroy the facility and end my father's horrible research once and for all. I made plans to destroy the main reactor, and with it the entire facility. But she saw right through me. My father was livid and locked me in my room until his research was complete. All I could think of was how I might stop him. She did her best to convince me that I'd misunderstood, that everything would be fine. As much as I wanted to believe her, I remembered in the back of my mind that she had been the one who pushed me to become involved in my father's research. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I thought I heard someone at the door, but there was no one there. Had that been an earnest desire to give me something to do with my life, or... Still, I couldn't bring myself to hate her. She had given me a reason to live. Even if she had conspired with my father to mold me into his replacement, the warmth she'd shown me had been real. She made me feel as if I had a real family, and that was something I wouldn't have given up for the world. I pleaded with her to leave, but she quietly shook her head. There was someone very special to her, she told me. He had saved her life once, and she felt her death would help to repay that favor. She would have liked nothing more than to marry him and live a happy, normal life together. But she couldn't. For his sake, she said, and for the sake of the future she had wanted. She was determined to see my father's research succeed. I realized then that although she was the most important person in my life, there was someone more important than me and hers. She tried to explain that beyond what we could see was a future where no one would have to die, but I refused to listen. What good was a potential future to me? It was what I had now that I wanted. I couldn't stand to think that she would give her life for a man I'd never even seen. So I shut myself off from the world. Perhaps that is why I lost my memory. Whew, man, that was what, like 11 minutes straight talking? Ay, ay, ay.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Kay, for fucking talking, dude. Give me some slack.
I lost track of time.
Can't handle that.
Not having any memories is less than desirable, but it could be argued that regaining them is almost more taxing.
So you remember almost everything?
No, the details are still indistinct.
Oh, that seemed pretty fucking detailed to me, dude.
Especially more recent events. Sigma, I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I laid down for a bit?
I guess.
I don't feel very well. It must be because I remembered so much so quickly.
I don't think that's a thing, but whatever, dude.
My head feels like it's going to explode.
It probably is. Are you okay?
Yes. I think I just need to rest.
Okay, take as long as you need. I'll go look for Clover and Timioji myself. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing. We're looking for them.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Kay lowered himself heavily onto the red sofa in the corner of the room. It just looks weird. I stepped out of the room and nearly ran into Phi. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be waiting back in the warehouse.
Yeah, I know.
Well, apparently you don't know.
I just decided to go check on you guys. I waited a long time and nobody showed up. Judging by your face, you haven't found them either.
Nope.
Damn. Where's Kay?
He's in the lounge.
You decided to split up?
Well, not quite. Instead of waiting for my answer, she opened the door to the lounge and walked in. If this fucker has run away, I'm gonna be so mad. Look, I know he's
What's up
still
with
there.
him?
I guess he's not feeling too well. He said he wanted to rest for a bit.
Is he alright?
I think so. We should leave him alone right now, though. Remember, there's a real person inside that suit. Debate. I'm sure he's just tired.
Tired, huh?
Granted, I guess if he was a robot, he wouldn't be able to grow like that. I mean, you know, we saw him as a tiny man.
How are you feeling?
Ew. What?
I feel tired just looking at you. Your face is like a week-old sock.
That... Okay? I don't know if I've ever heard that one before. Well, I guess I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little exhausted. I mean, gosh, I just had to read for like 11 minutes straight. I mean, if all of a sudden I wake up trapped in some weird-ass game and then dead bodies start turning up, honestly, I'm amazed I've managed to hold on to my sanity for this long. Just about everything here makes absolutely zero sense. The more I try and figure any of it out, the more I feel like my brain's just gonna melt and run out my ears. You know what I'm talking about, right? No. No one knows what you're talking about, dude. where the hell are we? Why are we even here? What's this whole Nonary game thing for? And what is Zero Senior up to? Yo, we still got 9 endings to figure all that stuff out, dude. You're getting a little ahead of yourself. The rabbit said he was one of us, but... do you think it's Dio?
Who knows?
Besides, we still don't know why Dio killed him. I mean, he said he was ordered to do it, but... well, Dio's... you know, I don't think he's quite smart enough to be the mastermind behind everything. What about the old lady? Who is she? What's her deal? Hell, what are any of our deals? I don't know jack shit about anybody here. I don't even know anything about you, Fi.
Are you serious?
What?
You can't honestly suspect me, can you?
Well, technically, I mean, we actually know nothing about Fi. She's like the character we know the least about. I mean, even Dio, we know he's a time traveler because he wears the weirdest fucking clothes the world's ever seen, and he's apparently an assassin.
I'm just like you.
I mean, Luna, we know she's a nurse. I mean, that's basically it. I guess we don't really know anything about Timioji or Quark. But I mean, just the fact that we know that they're related is more than we know anything about Fi.
I was kidnapped on December 25th and brought here too.
She trailed off. Yeah, that's hella sus. You heard that, right?
Yeah. It came from the hallway.
Dude, are we gonna get axe murdered? Yo, I wonder if we'll ever do a puzzle again in this game. It's been like 4 videos in a row
There's nobody here.
with no puzzles. I guess this is maybe just the 3rd video. Can't really remember.
Let's try hitting the button. If the door doesn't open immediately, then we'll know the elevator's downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that you can hear it going up also would let you know.
Thought so.
Let's go. Can we, like, get some type of weapon for protection? Green door, blue door, red door. Which way? Where do you think they went?
Let's just head for the green door.
Why the green door?
Because the treatment center's there. That's where Dio and Quark are.
So?
You aren't worried? I just want to make sure they're safe.
They're fine. Timioji or Clover probably made that noise. Well, maybe both of them. But I don't think they'd hurt Quark or Dio.
Are you sure?
I'd hurt Dio.
Dio admitted to killing the old woman, but he still insists that he didn't kill Alice or Luna. What if he's telling the truth?
No? Are you serious? You're gonna believe him?
Doesn't matter. I just want to know if they're safe. No harm in being careful.
I mean, Dio does seem like the type to, like, brag about if he had actually killed Alice and Luna. Is this door open? Because wasn't that one of the doors that was locked? Because the other door was supposed to be the one to the bay, I think. Dude, are we about to get spooked? Cracked the pod open to the top and lifted it back. Are we gonna get spooked? No spooks. Okay, we're not spooked. No, that was Quark sound asleep.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I was probably getting worried for nothing.
But the fact that we don't hear Dio yelling at us is a little worrying. It does still
How
say
about Dio?
close. I noticed that. Don't open his. We've been spooked. What the hell?
Check his pulse!
It was pointless to check his pulse. He was obviously dead, but I did it anyway. Yeah, he's dead. Hey, man.
Look,
People dropping like flies.
the oxygen level for his pod says 0%.
Oh, they cut off his oxygen. Then that means he asphyxiated. But why?
Someone must have tampered with the pod and lowered the oxygen levels.
Who?
Look, we should go tell Kay about this. Come on, let's go.
Without waiting for me to follow, Fi turned and ran off. Oh, we should probably stick together, dude. Or dudette. Fi and I burst into the lounge and ran to Kay. Okay, he's still there. Kay. When he didn't move, I grabbed him by the shoulders and shook. He twitched and quickly said, "Okay, good, he's alive."
What is it?
We explained about how we found Dio dead and how it looked like he died of asphyxiation. It appeared that someone had reduced the oxygen level of his pod to 0.
What? But why? I thought that Dio was the one who killed the old woman, Alice, and Luna. Then who killed him, if he was the murderer?
The only people who could have done it are Clover and Timioji.
There's also Quark.
I mean, yeah, I guess. That's impossible. Are you suggesting Quark woke up, opened his pod from the inside, killed Dio, and then went back to sleep? I mean, it's possible.
No, I'm just saying that strictly speaking, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, she's right.
So just, you know, take it into consideration.
Well,
I mean, theoretically, Fi could have also killed him, right? Because, I mean, she's the one who, she was off by herself for a period of time.
in that case, Fi, I hate to say it, but doesn't that mean that you could have done it?
Oh, yeah, see, hey, we're on the same level, dude. I mean, even though you tried to betray us.
Me?
Yes. You could have done it any time after Sigma and I left the Floor B warehouse.
Oh, my left hand is, like, getting, I don't know, it's not made for this mouse.
Don't give me that.
So it gets a little, gets stiff. Because, my right hand's still in a brace and I can't use it.
I was waiting for Clover and
Or, I mean,
Tenryoji to show up.
I can use it, I'm just not supposed to, so.
They never did, though, so I got impatient and went to find you guys. Then I bumped into Sigma in front of the lounge.
A likely story. I mean, we did hear that sound, but that doesn't necessarily rule her out.
So you heard something. Then perhaps it is likely that Clover and Tenmyoji were at fault.
Were the two of you together the whole time you were investigating?
Yes, we were.
You never split up or anything?
Well, I mean, just for a few seconds.
Hmm.
When he was on the couch and anything, I mean, he would have to go through us.
In any event, we don't have a great deal of time to discuss it.
Yeah, we need to go, get some bracelets, I guess.
Alright. Let's get back to the Floor B warehouse.
Because we're still okay. I mean, as long as we have Alice and Luna's bracelets, we don't care about anyone else.
Maybe Clover and Tenmyoji are already there.
Oh, but where is Dio's bracelet?
It's what?
Huh?
You didn't take it? Dio was a green solo. Fi and I are the magenta pair.
Shit. You're right. Without Dio's bracelet, we won't be able to open the secondary door.
Fucking see ya, nerds.
I fear not.
Then, we need to hurry. We'll drop the treatment center on the way back and grab the bracelet.
All three of us don't need to go. You two go on ahead. I'll get the bracelet.
Okay, see, now that's suspicious.
Alright.
Oh, one other thing. I need to give you these.
Oh, yeah. There's Alice and Luna's.
Yes.
Why do you have them?
Without these, you would be stuck. So, here you are. Please, take them.
Alright, let's get going.
Shit, they're not here.
Maybe they did go through the door, like Kay said.
With Quark's bracelet?
Or...
Or what? Oh, come on, man. You better not give me that maybe they're already dead crap. I've got enough of it from Dio. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't funny, Fi. If you're right, then you, Kay, Quark, and I are the only people still alive in
Hey,
here.
lay off. I want to believe they're alive too. But
We heard a noise and turned. Monk ass, dude. It's just
I
Kay.
apologize for keeping you.
did you get Dio's bracelet?
Well, technically, yes, but
Oh no, what does that mean?
best you just see it. This is what I found in Dio's pod.
Oh.
What?
Okay. So what how does that work? What the hell?
I assume whoever murdered Dio did this.
I don't remember. Was it intact when we saw it earlier? 'Cause I mean, I know I saw it in the pod, but I didn't really pay attention to what if the drawing was smashed or not. But why? There's no
I
point.
can't say for sure, but if I were to guess,
Looks like we're going through the doors solo with no accompaniment. Well, granted, we'd be going by ourselves
Chromatic
anyway, but
doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
with a bracelet like this, I doubt we can get past the secondary door.
That means Kay and I will.
y'all are fucked. Shit. You're gonna.
When the time comes, those 3 doors will automatically close. If anyone is left outside after they close, they'll
Oh, they'll get penalized.
be penalized.
Okay, see, I was thinking they were just gonna have to sit it out. I didn't realize they were gonna be murdered.
I see. That's what they wanted. Whoever killed Dio wanted to use the game to kill me and Kay. That's why they broke the bracelet.
I think so. It makes the most sense.
Dang, dude, shit's getting real. How can you be so calm? In 5 minutes, you're both gonna be.
Go on ahead, Sigma. You have those bracelets Kay gave you, right? You should be able to get through the secondary door with those. So just...
Fuck that. You know I can't just ditch you guys like the. Ditching time.
But if you stay here, you'll...
You think I don't know that? What kind of monster am I if I just leave you here to die? A monster that gets to go on living another day. Or at least another hour. God damn it. This was bad. What was I going to do? I needed to calm down. Just calm down. Calm down and think. There had to be a way to save them. There had to. Oh, did we just get another to be continued? God, man! Things were starting to pop off. We did, I think, learn some pertinent information in that path, though. Which is that those treatment pods can let you live if you don't have your bracelet on. So I think that may have been what we need to go back to our other path and continue from there. On the one where we, got penalized. Because I think maybe if we go back here, it'll actually let us continue. I don't exactly know. What we'll do is we're at 30 minutes. We'll knock out our bad end from back here if we had allied and let Kay kill us. Well, actually, no, Kay wouldn't have killed us. He was just going to ditch us, I think. But we'll knock out our bad end just to kind of round the video off. And then we'll start the next video. I think I'll try and load that other one and see if we get to continue from there. Maybe actually get our first ending. Our first real ending. Okay. Did we ever establish what is the skip key? Is it control?
30 seconds.
Yeah, it is control. So we want to ally, and we're gonna get destroyed like the gullible fools we are. Ah, stop.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention.
So I wonder if any of the other votes will be different. Because I don't even remember. I think it was like everybody betrayed, basically. I was like, maybe in this alternate universe he'll ally, but no. He did not.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check.
So is this gonna be like the same thing where Kay just ditches us? Or is it gonna be like any different?
So
Yo!
you did indeed choose ally.
Yeah, we got socially engineered, dude. You tricked
I
me!
apologize.
Sigma! Fucking idiot!
Hey, dude, there's no need to be so aggressive.
Now Kay's got 9 points thanks to your stupid ass.
He's a little justified. It you know. He's not just gonna leave us.
I apologize for taking further advantage of your trust, but I will be leaving.
Oh, okay. Bye, Kay. What? Dude, Kay is a straight up asshole.
Kay! God damn it! Wait, you son of a bitch!
So far, this seems to be like the exact same thing. Except he's not like giving any justification about, I'm gonna go do it for Quark. He's like, nah, I'm out. I'm bouncing, dude.
Oh no.
It will.
Why did you do it? I trusted you,
The
Kay.
answer is obvious. 3 people have already been murdered. If I remain, I place myself in greater danger. A simple decision, really. I'm sure you would have done...
God damn it,
I
Kay.
apologize. I do intend to contact the police as soon as I have escaped.
Uh-huh,
Now
yeah.
then,
He didn't even turn around. He just ditched our ass. Dude, what y'all should have done is pinned his ass down until the door closes. I mean, you know, if he's gonna kill us, may as well, I mean,
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all escape, please.
hey guys, how's it going?
He's gone.
Damn it! This is all your fault, Sigma!
Dude, are we gonna get lynched?
There's no point to blaming him now.
Okay, whew.
Yeah. It's not like we can open that door again.
Ah, damn it!
This isn't right. This can't be right. We stood there in silence, staring at the door. The only exit to the outside world, now closed forever. Our only chance of escape now is to hope Kay would keep his word and contact the police. Alice, Luna, and the old woman, who had killed them? And where had Quark gone? You'll never know, because you're a gullible fuck who picked Ally. Well, granted, you know, we did it on purpose this time, but... So yeah, we rounded out the video at the bad end. That was basically kind of the same one as we got previously. What was I going to do? I was going to say something. I think what we'll do is I really do believe, I don't know, I can't remember if these icons change color if you've unlocked the flag, so to speak, because I think knowing about the treatment pods should let us continue this. I'm not entirely sure. We'll investigate in the next video, guys, and if we can't, then we'll just probably start a completely new path. This one over here, where if you go with Alice at the start. But yeah, as you see, there's still a lot of content left, but we're getting a good base level done. We don't have any endings yet, but we've got 2 that we're pretty, close to kind of unlocking, so to speak. And yeah, once you start getting your first ending, all the others they kind of start going not quite rapid fire, but it's a lot. There's a much bigger gap between unlocking the first ending and then say unlocking your second through eighth or ninth. I think there's 9 endings in this game. Not entirely sure, not counting bad ends, but yeah, I'm XG87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.